Hey, listen, brother. I'm a pretty fair guy. I get to use my vast, expansive collection of cards in our Commander game I've been collecting since '95. I'm like a damn vampire. But instead of buying Microsoft or property, I bought cards, brother. You get to use cards you picked up out of the gutter, like the trash that they are, pieces of garbage. Not worth the cardboard they're printed on. Well, hold on, dude. I'm going to tell you all about a dozen budget beaters you can slot into your decks to make them powerful, and what decks they go in. These cards need to be under $1, and are all cards I've slotted in the decks. Now, if you like this drivel, this garbage, then like and subscribe to the channel, buddy. I got a Discord, I got a Patreon. Welcome to new patron Everett. Get in there. There's actually a thriving community on the Discord, man. We'd love to butter you up in there, brother. Now, this is my personal list. You may not like some of the cards on here, and that's okay. It's America, dude. We can disagree. Then we'll settle it with pistols at dawn like the ancients. You might see something you haven't seen, or you might see something you didn't realize was under $1, and this is a little PSA for you, brother. How about this guy, the Bronze Guardian, 4 and a white for an artifact creature golem. It's a star 5 with double strike, has ward 2. Other artifacts you control have ward 2. This guy's power is equal to the number of artifacts you control. 66 cents for this. Look at this guy. This is Goro's dad, brother. He loves his son, but he ran off to marry Shang Tsung and never looked back. So what does this guy do? He gets 2 axes and he takes vengeance. I just love his protection, man. He's protecting his son, dude. I love his muscles. He refuses to wear pants. Can't beat that. Excuse me, are you kidding me right now? The Sphinx of the Second Sun, 6 blue for a creature Sphinx. It's a 6/6 with flying. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, there's an additional beginning phase after this phase. That's untap, upkeep, and draw, brother. He watches in silence as the shadows shift, bringing Amonkhet ever nearer to the hour of revelation. 71 cents for the shoulder-blasting Sphinx. I'll take 2, dude. I'll reanimate this guy. I'll cheat him in somehow. I'm going to take him over to the Chinese buffet, dude. This is an extra card. You're untapping left and right. Come on, brother. Alright, and let's grab some pedestrian picks here. Sir Conrad the Grim, 3 black, legendary creature, human knight. It's a 5/4. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad deals 1 damage to each opponent. 1 in the black, each player mills a card. Currently, 36 cents. This is a win condition in mill decks, reanimators, all kinds of decks, dude. The thing that people forget about this guy, in addition to the activated ability, is that he's a rather beefy 5/4. This fella can swang in, I think the horse is driving most of that power. It's horsepower. Back to basics here, dude. We got a Tali Primal Storm, 4 red, legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur. It's a 6/6. Whenever this guy attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of spells from among those cards without paying their mana costs. The storm rages and the earth breaks, brother. This is such a bomb in so many decks. It's 29 cents. You got a sweet cereal version you can spend $8 on if you want to, but I wouldn't. Come on, dude. Now, my goal in life is to be as cool as the Shimmer Dragon. I want people saying, oh, there goes the Shimmer guy. 4 blue for a creature dragon. It's a 5/6 with flying. As long as you control 4 or more artifacts, this guy is hexproof. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control, draw a card. The Indigo Dragon traded a bit of its hoard for Everlasting Moonlight. At an insane 13 cents, Shimmer Dragon is a beast. This guy's particularly potent in treasure decks, clue decks, those annoying token decks, but it rips in equipment, man. You don't need to tap equipment to do anything most of the time. Most of the time, that's just free real estate, buddy. Now, let's not forget about the green boys, the guerrilla players of Magic the Gathering. Thunderfoot Baloth is 4 green for a creature beast. It's a 5/5 with trample. Has Lieutenant, as long as you control your commander. This guy gets +2/+2, and other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have trample. This guy's literally 50 cents. It's won me quite a few games. I actually had a bro ask me how much it costs. He didn't believe me. He's like, accused me of pay to win, dude, and I slapped him right across the face with this 50-cent card, and he literally died right there at the table. It's a true story. It's also a sad story. Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight, 4 red, white, legendary creature, angel. It's a 5/5 with flying and first strike. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that includes any source, that source deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. If a source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent half that damage, rounded up. This lady ends games, dude. Used to be quite pricey, but got annihilated by reprints into the 75-cent territory. That's insane. If you're running a Boros deck that wants to damage the opponent, this is your curve topper, man. all Boros decks want to damage the opponent. Only 7 damn mana. It's effectively a 10 power first striker. I'm schwitzing in my pants right now. Harvester of Souls. 4 black for a creature demon. It's a 5/5 with death touch. This guy's a little skinny, man. Maybe he has to get into the gym. Start lifting those weights, brother. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. This guy's 80 cents. Can be a real problem for your opponents. Are you making him sack a creature with a fleshbag marauder type effect? Well, as long as it's non-token, draw a card. You know what I'm saying? That seems fine, but what if you're sacrificing your own stuff? Then you're in the money, dude. Come on, brother. How about the Skyline Despot? 5 red, creature dragon. It's a 5/5 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you're the Monarch, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. You're a cheeky little stinker. You're the queen of the runway. You go, girl. You're the Monarch. You're the pretty princess, dude. This is another one that used to be very pricey. 75 cents at present due to an uncommon rarity shift in Commander Legends. Same thing with this fella, Thrix the Sudden Storm. 3 blue legendary creature, elemental giant. It's a 4/5 with flash and flying. Spells you cast with mana value 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. Even in their mountain fortresses, the Acrones have learned not to anger Thassa. This guy is angered because they said his traps were a little small dude. Now he's raging. He's got the roid rage, dude. I love this guy. When your commander is a beefy boy, mana value 5 or greater, now he's coming down early, can't be countered. This guy's got flash, great in beefy fella decks, and he's 21 cents. You've seen Harvester of Souls. Now see Soul of the Harvest. 4 green creature elemental. It's a 6/6 with trample. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. It's where the seed sprouts, the gourd ripens, and blah blah blah. This is a starter deck special, which means they used to actually give this out for free, and it's just squeaking in under $1 at 97 cents. This is a little unique when contrasted with cards like Beast Whisperer. This is an ETB trigger, not a cast trigger. So if you're cheating stuff in, and I know you are, this guy triggers. Plus he doesn't just sit there like a weak elf, dude. He slaps in as a 6/6 with trample. Elder Brain. Remember the guy who used to sing Chocolate Rain? It's 5 black creature horror. It's a 6/6 with menace. Whenever this guy attacks a player, exile all cards from that player's hand, then they draw that many cards. You may play lands and cast spells from among the exiled cards for as long as they remain exiled. If you cast a spell this way, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. They get exiled face up, just for the record. This guy just needs haste, but it's a brain, man. Did you guys play Baldur's Gate? Well, I did. I didn't pay attention to the story, but I know I had to fight one of these guys at some point, dude. I don't know what that was all about, but I like this fella. Now let's set up a couple build around legends here, dude, in case you want to build a budget commander deck like Old Nicky G. Galta and Maverin, 3 green, white, legendary creature, dinosaur, vampire. It's a 12/12 with trample. Whenever you attack, choose 1. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures. So probably, this guy. Create an X11 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. Now wait a second, dude. 12/12 with trample for 7 mana. Okay, but you lose half your life or something, right? No. This guy looks like a damn meme card. 74 cents. This looks like a fever dream, dude. Plus he makes tokens. Massively underrated card. Nethroi, Apex of Death. This guy's a beast. 2 white, black, and a green for a legendary creature cat nightmare beast. It's a 5/5. Has mutate for 4 and a hybrid green-white, and then black has death touch and lifelink. Whenever this mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You want to rebuild after a board wipe, right? You want to reanimate all that funky stuff you stuck in the graveyard, just like old Nethroi here. He's the Apex of Death. He's a cute elk buddy with the skulls of cats floating around the joint. 33 cents for the Dominaria United Commander version. Mutate and give some little guy death touch and lifelink, as long as it's not a human. Now let's finish off here with one of my favorite fish, Prime Speaker Zagana. 2 green, blue, legendary creature, merfolk wizard. It's a 1/1. This guy enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among other creatures you control. When it enters the battlefield, draw cards equal to its power. I've used this to great effect in Mimeoplasm, decks that use big green creatures, decks that set the power and toughness higher than base power and toughness, and it's overperformed every single time. You always end up drawing a fresh grip, and it's 21 cents. So listen, man, I just want to spend a few minutes talking about some budget beaters, some bangers, and some sweet monsters you can build around or slap into decks, or just shove them right up your box, buddy, your deck box. I hope you guys have a wondrous day out there. Stay cool, man. It's a little warm out there. We're in the middle of a massive heat wave. And many thanks to the new patrons, Nicky G, Better Commander, signing off.